Grab your glasses, everybody. It's time for a Moonshine Safari.
We're on a Moonshine Safari. We're on a Moonshine Safari. Yeah,
Woo! Grab your glasses, everybody. It's time for a Moonshine Safari.
Well, it doesn't really matter how near or far. Who'd have thought that so much fun could come in a jar?
Welcome to Moonshine Safari, everybody. I'm Josh.
I'm Dina.
Hey, this is episode 23. Dina, did you know that?
23, the
23.
same as Robin.
Oh my goodness, 23. Yes, 23 episodes, 22 weeks in a row because we did take off the week of Thanksgiving.
We did take a week off.
But we've been doing it for some time, and we thank you for showing up today.
Yep. Thanks, everybody.
Whatever
and
day it is
remember
that you're listening to
that
it.
we are still trying to build. So if you like what we're doing here, please share.
Please do
like,
that.
subscribe, and share. Don't you get tired of hearing that, but I'm saying it anyway.
Yeah, well, of course you hear that all the time, especially if you're on YouTube or SoundCloud or anything. People want you to do this because, and you probably have it too. And if you guys have a SoundCloud or you guys have a website or you have something, hey, I'm not opposed to mutual sharing.
Absolutely.
We will more than happy share any of your stuff. And that's what we do on our shout out time, which is actually right now.
Right now?
Right now. The shout outs, hey, I want to do a couple of special shout outs. Personal, dear to me. I want to give a shout out to Nut Bridge and Saddle Jam Group. That is my Tony's Acoustic Challenge jam group. We had a jam yesterday, and I hadn't been there in quite a few months, and I went there, and man, we had the best time. Oh my God.
Josh had a great time.
I couldn't even stop talking about it when I got home. And it seemed like everybody had a good time. We got comments in the group and got some private messages, and it seems like everybody. So, hey guys, I'm not going to name you out in front of everybody, but you know who you are. Thank you so much for yesterday. That meant a lot to me, and it really was good. And thank you so much for, pushing me kind of out there too. And along with that, we're going to give a shout out to Tony's Acoustic Challenge and Acoustic Life TV. So go to the website, Google Tony's Acoustic Challenge and Acoustic Life TV, and it's just an amazing community of guitar geeks.
If you have any interest in learning to play guitar, maybe getting better, that's a great place to go.
It really is. And the great thing about this group is that I'll tell you this, trolls are not tolerated. Okay, so it's positive feedback. And that's what it is. And it's a great time. So you can really go there and not feel like you're going to be attacked or chastised for whatever level you're at, because it doesn't matter. You work at it at your own pace, and that's what's wonderful. So check them out at Tony's Acoustic Challenge and Acoustic Life TV. Also, those of you guys who are following us all over the different social media places, which is Instagram, SoundCloud, YouTube, Facebook. MoonshineSafari.com, our website, official website. Thank you so much for that. So keep going to those and share with your friends if you like to. But we'd like to give a special shout out to those who are following us. Willie Jules, Nick Schwartz Designs, Troubled_Waters, and this person is kind of special to us. We've known this person for a long time. I've almost known her almost as long as I've known you. Houses by Carrie.
Houses by Carrie's awesome.
Houses by Carrie. So check them out. Carrie is a realtor in the Arizona area, and if you need to buy a house or sell a house, you should check her out. Okay, she is awesome. So Carrie, thank you so much for following us. We appreciate that. Next, coming up, what are we listening to? We're always listening to something.
Something.
Lots of something. But what specifically are we going to share with you that we've been listening to? Stay tuned, and you'll find out.
Don't go away.
Right.
What's Josh listening to?
Welcome back to Moonshine Safari, everybody. It's time for music.
Music.
Musical.
It's a big deal to us.
It is. Dana, what you been listening to this past week?
Well, I've been listening to Blackberry Smoke, and I have to say that what's a big deal about that is that the fact that Josh is able to actually break into my normal habits of the last 20 years and actually get me to start listening to something by myself when it doesn't have anything to do with what anybody else wants to listen to. So, kudos.
Well, I will take some, what do you want to call it?
Credit?
Credit a little bit. but have to give the 99.9% credit to Blackberry Smoke because their music is really what drives people to listen to them. My 0.01% or 0.1% that I kind of said, hey, check out this group. They're good enough. Check out Blackberry Smoke, guys. If you haven't noticed, I'm a fan. If you haven't heard, Josh is a fan of Blackberry Smoke. Hey, if you haven't heard, Josh and Dina are probably well, we have tickets to go, God willing, January 30th to Blackberry Smoke. Yes. Yes, I can't wait. Anyway, what have I been listening to? You didn't ask me.
Well, you were talking.
Okay, ask
What
me.
have you been listening to?
I'm so glad you asked. I'm so glad you asked. I have been listening to Jive Mother Mary.
That's so weird.
Jive Mother Mary is a Southern rock group, kind of bluesy group. You should check them out, man. They're like they're in their mid 20s, maybe late 20s, early 30s. A group. Man, they've got some of their songs really have the authentic Southern vibe, Southern like rock and roll vibe. Some of it sounds some modern stuff, and some sounds even country. But they've got some songs in there that really hooked me. And you should check them out. So I've been listening to Jive Mother Mary. I'm going to keep listening to them. I'll let you know what I think. But right now, I'm giving them a big thumbs up here. Big.
Awesome.
I'll give them, let's see, how should we do this now? I'm going to give them 4 demijohns.
There you go. Make it a demijohn.
Do you guys know what a demijohn is? If you don't know what a demijohn is, Google it. I'm not going to explain it to you. If you don't know what demijohn is, then you should wonder why you're listening to Moonshine Safari.
It's like a moonshine jug.
Right, demijohn. All right. That's the music section. Hey, guys, if you have music submissions or ideas or suggestions to us, even your own personal stuff, if you are someone who is a musician or creates stuff and would like to send us your personal stuff and we'll listen to it, we'll promote you on the show if you'd like. If you just send it to us, you just have to send it to moonshinesafari.com, find out, connection there, the Gmail, the talk, contact, all that good stuff. Send it to us. We'll promote you on there. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Right. We will absolutely do that. Okay, coming up, gonna tickle that funny bone one more time. Coming back. Hey, Dina.
Hey, Josh.
I got a story about this police officer who jumped into his patrol car and he called the station. He says, hey, I have an interesting call here. A woman shot her husband for stepping on the floor that she just mopped. And the response was from the sergeant, have you arrested her? And the officer said, no, not yet. The floor's still wet.
Right.
It's time for Peeve of the Week.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. I know that was kind of corny, but still funny. Hey, it's time for Peeve of the Week.
Peeve of the Week?
I don't have Peeve of the Week this week. Dina up and stole it.
I do. So we've touched on this, and I'm sure at some point we'll get more into it, but the fact of the matter is I do have MS, multiple sclerosis / small fiber neuropathy. I don't know. They've looked for Lyme. There's a whole host of things you could say I might have. I have no idea what it is today, and I don't even care. The point is, I have a little bit of trouble with some of my mobility, and because of that, I do have a handicap placard that I use. And we stop at a little store every morning. Well, not every morning, but many mornings on my way to the office. And there is this coffee shop right next to the store we stop at. And the coffee shop has 2 handicap spaces, and there is a delivery guy that delivers and apparently needs to take up both handicap spaces while he's delivering. And I don't tend to be going to that shop, and so I live. But the fact of the matter is there are people that actually need those spaces, and I wish people would stop using them that don't actually need them. So that's my peeve of the week. It's annoying, and one of these days I'm going to take a picture of it and I'm going to tweet it. And
I'll tell you what, and I'm going to just bump in just a little bit here too. Dina also she has a mobility scooter, and we have that on our car. And we do use the handicap spots because they're wide enough to actually unload and load. But sometimes we don't use them especially if the handicap spots are limited. Because yes, we can still unload them far away, and she can drive it, no problem
there.
The problem is that then you get people who can't freaking park in their own spaces, and they get too close to you, or get too far from you, or back too far out. They don't know how to park.
The scooter on
Then
or
you
off
can't
the car.
park. Yeah, so that makes it an issue. But hey, people, seriously, I don't care if you're going in for a second. I don't care if you're going in for 10 minutes. The handicap spots are there for a reason. If you don't have a viable handicapped issue, stay out of that. You know what? I drive Dina's car around a lot. It has the placard on it. I never, if I'm driving by myself, never will I park in a handicap spot.
And we've explained that to our children as well. They are not, and they don't,
right?
Because they get offended.
But
there
are people who do,
yes,
and take advantage of that, and that's not right. So if you do have someone in your family and you have a handicap placard and you're using it when they're not in the car with you, shame on you.
Yes,
shame on you.
And to be fair, I also understand that just because you may have a handicap placard, we may not be able to see that there's a disability there, but that doesn't mean there isn't.
That's
so
exactly
we're not calling
right.
out anybody.
We're not calling out anybody. I've seen people with a handicap placard get up and look like they were walking just fine, but that's not for me to judge. I don't know. Maybe they have epilepsy. Maybe they have another issue. Maybe they can only walk for 3 or 4 minutes or 200 yards.
Issue,
right, exactly. Who knows what it is? That's not up to me. Somehow they've got that. But I'm just telling you, people's consciences we should know this. It should be just a thing. It shouldn't even be a thing. And if we see somebody who is not doing that, and we should speak up and go, hey, that's for people who need it. Park your lazy butt in a normal place. You can walk 10 feet, 10 extra feet. Okay? I see you walking out to the, way out in the parking lot to smoke your cigarettes in the afternoon. Guess what you can do? You can walk 10 feet and not park in the handicap spot.
That's right.
Okay? I'm just saying. And by the way, I'm not knocking on people who smoke. I used to smoke. I smoked for a long time. My parents smoked. I'm not knocking on. I'm just saying those are a lot of the same type of people who do that. But I'm just saying. All right. That's enough for P of the Week.
That's it.
Pro tip coming up. Get your pencils and papers out if you want to learn some knowledgeable stuff.
Get out your notepads. It's time for Pro Tip of the Week.
What's up, Dina?
Not much, Josh. What's
Hey,
up
we're
with you?
back.
We are. It's good to know. Thanks.
I wonder if they know we're back. Hey, do you know we're back?
Everybody, we're back.
Hey, and it's pro tip time.
It's pro tip time. And
Pro
this
tip.
is not business pro tip. This is live your life a little easier pro tip.
Right. This goes back to when we were younger and our kids were younger, right? And some of you guys still might do this, and some of you might have young kids and might be thinking about, those birthday parties.
Giant themed birthday parties.
Oh,
with
I'm
the
going to let
bouncy
Dina talk to you
houses
about the pro tip birthday
okay.
parties. Go, Dina.
The biggest thing for us that we learned is that we had 2 kids born in the same month. And so, there was a time that I thought, well, maybe it would be mean to have their birthday parties together. And then I realized that it was mean to me not to have their birthday parties together, because 2 parties, 2 separate times is too much in 1 month. It's just too much. It would be different if they were like January and July. Of course, I would never say put them together, but 2 of them in March, that's it. We had 1 party, and that's all we did, except for, like I said, a couple times where I learned my lesson big time. So my pro tip of the week for moms and dads out there is just, you have 2 kids in the same month, they'll live. They're still getting their presents. 1 party. Just get them 2 cakes. It's easy.
I would even say, if you have kids in the same quarter.
Okay, because we all know, parents, how much work that is. That's
It's a lot of work, especially for young kids. And, if you have, 2 or 3 young kids and they're all in different classes, and then you have to have 3 different birthday parties with a lot of the same friends, because maybe you have, family members.
And family,
the same. But then they have
exactly.
school friends,
Right.
all different ones. That can be very expensive.
Yep. And then, keep in mind, too, that when it comes to their birthdays and stuff, like, I've looked back on all of the parties that we did and stuff like that, and every family that I've ever seen does this. So you get you have the whole play time, and then they start to have their cake and ice cream, and then all of a sudden you go, okay, it's time for the birthday kid to open the presents.
Oh boy.
Okay. Looking back now, I wouldn't make every other kid sit there and watch my kid open up birthday presents. I think it's hard for the other kids. They all have to be still. Just let them play. Open up the presents later after everybody's gone. And then you can send your thank you notes and everybody's chill and it's all good.
You should do your birthdays like you do your weddings. You have the party and they give the gifts just like at the reception. Then guess what? They go home and open all the gifts and then they send you
a thank you card.
There you go.
Exactly.
That's it. That's right. There you go.
If there's something that a family member wants them to have to play with at the party, then they need to get it first.
Yeah. Hey, but guess what? If you're all about doing separate parties and that's something you thrive in and love to do and you do that, hey, knock yourself out. We're not those
I'm just
people.
all about saving myself some work.
Yeah,
so.
We're just not those people. All right, well, great. Awesome. Hey, coming up, our story. Or is it?
Is it?
We'll be right back.
Shh. Quiet and listen. It's time for Marriage Story of the Week.
Welcome back to Moonshine Safari, everybody. You know who's sitting over there? That's Dina.
It's Dina.
That's
Over
right.
there is Josh.
Yeah, that's me, but I'm not sitting.
He's not. He's standing.
I'm standing. You hear that little click? Hear that? A lot of times I like to mess around with stuff. I like knives and stuff, so I have a little Kershaw onion speed safe. I'm just kind of playing with at the moment in my
For
hand.
anyone like me, what that means is a knife.
She just heard me go blah 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 blah
That's
knife
exactly
blah
right.
blah 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 blah. Anyway, so if you hear that click, if it's annoying you, I'm sorry, but okay. It's our show. Sorry.
It is.
Just kidding. Hey, last week we talked about some cool stuff, right? We talked about the moving on after Del Toro. We talked about something pretty funny, and we promised you guys that we were going to post a picture of the laundry
The
chair.
laundry chair.
Hey, Dino, tell them where they can go and see that picture.
They can see that on Instagram, and it's actually labeled for them, the laundry chair.
Oh, she even made it easy for you.
I
So if you
did.
guys want to go check out the laundry chair, and if those of you who go, what the heck is a laundry chair? That means you did not listen
Last week.
to last week's episode. And, well, you should have to listen to all the previous 22 episodes as a punishment. Not a punishment, actually as a
I was going to say that would
celebration.
be a reward. No?
yeah, I guess I second guessed myself after
Yes.
I said punishment, but some of you might think this is a punishment, and that's okay. Sometimes it feels like one.
Sometimes.
All right. Hey, check out that laundry chair. We weren't lying. I wasn't teasing you. We're
No,
not joking.
it exists.
It is a real deal.
And
You
I
can
took a
check it
picture
out.
of it.
Hey, Dina and I have been talking about where we want to go from here now that we're, almost half a year. Can you believe that? Almost half a year.
Yeah.
Almost
we started on our anniversary.
almost
really,
6
so-
months in. Almost 6 months into this show, and we've talked about the beginning. And what we've decided, and we hope that it's okay with you, is from time to time we're going to continue the chronological story and throw in some different things. But we also have other things in our life, and we kind of mentioned this last time. We're also thinking of having some standalone shows, and we will let you know about those regarding things. But we might also throw in this part kind of the same type of thing, or maybe an intro or a teaser to the standalone shows, something
Right.
like that.
Exactly.
So that's kind of what we're thinking about where the show is going. Not that we're going to, stop telling you, because we got some other things we need to tell you and want to tell you and share about our life and what we've done. Because we've only got up to really
Well, the first few
Del
years
Toro
we were
when he was like
married.
a couple of years old, and he's 20. So we've still got,
It's been a while.
right. And it hasn't been boring in that
No,
time
it's
between
never been boring.
him and now. But we've been thinking about some things. Also, we try to stay away from the political stuff. That doesn't always work
Mostly.
because we do keep an eye on our nation and local and what goes on. We're not oblivious. And we are active it depends on what you want to define as active.
Did
we
you know
keep
that
an eye.
today is Boston Tea Party Day?
I did see that. And how did I see that? You know what? That's a great point. It is Boston Tea Party Day.
It is Boston Tea Party Day.
And we are recording on Sunday, the 16th.
Right.
Just FYI. We will be posting on Tuesday, the 18th. But it is Boston. And the reason I know that, Dina, how do I know that?
I posted it on Instagram.
That's right. Hey.
I sometimes, I try to follow up with Twitter and Facebook, but sometimes, I got to be honest with you, I don't always make it there. I always make it to Instagram.
Right. It's kind of like our website. Most of the time, you're going to find our new posts right off the bat. You're going to find them on SoundCloud. You'll find them on YouTube. Sometimes they don't make them to our website for a little while because it takes a little longer for them to upload into our website host. Okay. So, but you can always go to our YouTube and click that little bell for notifications. So when Del Toro uploads them, you'll get a pa-ding, and guess what? You can go listen to the new one. Right?
Absolutely. You
Right.
can listen to the new one, like I said, and you can find it on YouTube.
Right.
Which you can also find, like our music that we put up and stuff like that also.
Oh, speaking of music, I think we're going to have a new one this week.
Yeah, I think we're about ready to post.
I think we're going to post one. It's an original song that I wrote and Dina wrote. We wrote together, and yeah, I hope you like it. It's yeah, it's a little bit of song about you and I.
Yeah, I mean, most songs are kind of personal that way, so.
You'll see that. Most of the songs I post, you're going to go, oh, yeah, that sounds a lot like the other song you wrote. Yeah, because it's about me or about us.
About me.
Right? So that's kind of what we're thinking about doing. And so today, yeah, we really don't have anything for you other than that. I know. Do you feel gypped about it? Oh, I shouldn't use that word. But yeah.
No,
do you
that's
feel
like a
do you
bad
feel like you
word.
didn't get what you came
Paid
here
for?
Well, you're not paying for anything. I mean,
Did you
I've
pay?
not received any money, so you're getting what you pay for.
That's all right.
You're getting actually more than what you pay for.
It's true.
But did you get what you came here for?
What you thought you were going to get?
Yeah.
I mean,
Probably not.
I could find some more stories about Del Toro and Robin.
Oh, we could find a lot of them. We could talk about how Del Toro, when he was a little kid, we had to take him to the orthodontist to have a face mask built for him because he had an underbite so bad.
It was pretty
They
bad.
had to pull his bottom chin in, and he had to wear boots because he had such instep problems and
Really flexible, flat feet. Is
yeah,
what they
that
call
he
them.
had. So he looked like before he went to bed every night. He looked like the hind
Spaceman.
catcher of the Atlanta Braves.
Oh, I always thought he looked like a spaceman, looked like an astronaut or something.
And I said Atlanta Braves because they were my first team that I liked, and the Diamondbacks, I liked them too. But just like every other pro sports team, yeah, I don't follow any of them anymore. So I spend my time with music. Anyway, we won't get into that because I know I just probably pissed off a bunch of people just saying that. But that might be another topic for down the road. All right, hey, we're going to stop right there. So if you have any other input, we've told you this before. You want us to continue. You give us ideas. You want to hear more politics. You want to hear, I don't know. We'll talk about just about anything because we do at home. There's nothing that is
No,
sacred
we
here.
talk
We
about
talk
all
about
of it.
everything. So we just want to kind of throw it out there. And we probably will eventually because we can't hide who we really are. We just can't. And we're not trying to. We want to try and be inclusive for everybody as much as we can, but not everybody will like what we talk about, and that's
Well,
okay.
and the problem is we have this idea now that if you don't agree with me politically, or if I don't agree with you politically, we can't talk anymore, and that's ridiculous. You know, no one ever gets anywhere without being able to agree to disagree on certain things.
Right.
And so just because we put something out there doesn't mean that we don't have friends that think the absolute polar opposite.
Right.
than we do.
Disagreement does not equal hate, as everybody tries to make it out to be. Disagreement does not mean we have to polarize ourselves to opposite camps. Doesn't mean that at all.
Just like
At all.
some of our friends tell us, and we tell them, you have the right to be wrong.
Yeah.
Wink, wink.
Yeah, you can believe
So.
what you want. You can have the right to be wrong. Anywho, that's where we are. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you so
Thanks,
much for
everyone.
stopping by. Hey, stay tuned. We have Moonshine Safari. Yeah, recipes coming up. Might want to stay tuned, or maybe not. It's a tease.
Get out your glasses. It's time for the Moonshine Safari drinks and recipes.
All right, welcome back to Moonshine Safari. I'm Josh.
I'm Dina.
Hey, it's time for the Moonshine Safari section of the week.
So what you been drinking?
Oh, well, I'm kind of torn because, I don't like to do negative reviews. I really don't. Usually I don't give them, but it's not really so negative because here's the thing. I drank it all. I did not drink it. I mean, it's empty. The bottle's empty. But I kind of had to work my way through the bottle, if you know what I mean.
Gotcha.
Okay, so what am I talking about? Hey, we've told you before, we like to eat locally, shop locally, buy locally. We like to do local businesses. Sure, there are chains out there that are good, and we, by no means do we not use them. Speaking of, the one that controls us all, Amazon, we use them constantly.
That's right, all the time.
But here's one from our local, wonderful state of Arizona, Grand Canyon Distillery, out of historic Williams. Dina, on a Moonshine Safari, found this, can't call it nectar. It's just moonshine.
Moonshine.
It's called Thunder Snow, and it's 92 proof, or 46%. It, on the back, it actually has what batch number it was and the date it was made.
Pretty
it was
cool.
Batch number 2.
Wow.
And it was made on May 10th, 2018. Now, I know I'm kind of being a little dodgy about this because, like I said, I don't like negative reviews. And possibly it's because, not everybody tastes the same things the same. Dean and I have experienced this.
Absolutely.
With other things. So I'm just going to say this to me. And Dina didn't try it because she doesn't like to drink straight liquor like that.
I can't do it.
And it would probably find mixed up, but I'm just telling you, it was smooth, and that was not the problem. Okay, Dina takes a lot of supplements to help her with her MS and her
whatever the heck
nervous
it's called
blah
today.
blah whatever. So yeah, so all the
Sure.
things. If you guys keep a lot of vitamins in a closed area like a cabinet or we keep them in a Sterilite
I
box.
call it the vitamin box.
It's the vitamin box. You guys know what that smells like? The vitamin smell? You know that smell, right? The vitamin smell? Yeah.
Ooh, that smell.
It's not a good smell. It really isn't. So you guys, you feel where I'm heading. You're picking up what I'm putting down. Unfortunately, to me and to my senses, that moonshine smells like the vitamin box. And it's hard to get past that.
Yeah, that's
but I
not really
did.
pleasant.
But I did. The bottle's empty. All I had to do is just don't breathe when you take a drink. Just shoot it and just be done. Or mix it with something else, which also helps. But I like local, and I still want you to try it because, hey, maybe your experience is different than mine. And if it is, that would be great to hear. And if you could send that to us, that would be fantastic.
Well, it's kind of like Josh said, too. We've had stuff that we both taste. In fact, there was this one soda that I can think of.
Right.
We got just because it was weird. It
Ranch.
was ranch soda.
Ranch soda. Like
And-
ranch, the dressing. Like, exactly. Ranch.
Exactly.
Like Hidden Valley Ranch. Yeah, but it was ranch
And
soda.
Let me also say that Robin hates ranch. And so maybe one of these days we should tell the story about what we used to do to her when she was a baby.
Oh,
that's the kind of
that's
people
one of
we
the
are.
stories we need to tell for sure. Yeah.
So anyway, we
Well,
got
no, we might get in trouble. Well, she's old enough now.
She's old enough
What's she
now.
going to do?
But,
CPS going to come get us now,
exactly.
20 years later?
this. Anyway, so
Maybe.
she hates ranch, but we will tell you the story. But she with a flaming passion if she tastes anything with ranch in it, she's done. So we bought this ranch soda thinking because Del Toro loves it. Okay, as much as Robin hates it, Del Toro loves it. So
Yes.
we bought this ranch soda. He tasted it. Del Toro tasted it, and he's thought it was disgusting. Okay. The
Right.
look on his face, and he's pretty easygoing when it comes to food.
There are not many things that he does
just
not like.
Does not like.
Right.
And he hated it. And so I thought it was funny, and I was afraid to try it. Well, then Robin and Josh tasted it, and they thought, hey, it wasn't really that bad. And
wasn't
especially considering that Robin hates ranch, I thought, well, that's weird. And so then I tasted it, and I was on Del Toro's side. I thought that was the grossest thing in the world. I could never imagine anything so disgusting.
Right.
So it's just a weird...
So of course we got online and we started looking it up. Hey, how can we be this different? You know, but it's true. People, we taste things differently.
Yeah, it's just completely different.
And
So
we get it. Like
was
sometimes
pretty funny.
I make stuff that, you know, and Dina's just, you know, for the most part, she likes the stuff that I cook and things. But there are some things she likes less than other things. And sometimes I don't understand why. I don't, how can you not like that? I don't understand. But this was the clearest example of
It was so obvious.
so
we had
clear.
a dividing line down the family
Right.
room.
So the reason I bring that up to you is not that I'm just trying to, you know, slam on Grand Canyon Distillery, because I'm not. Hopefully they have other things I'd love to try. And maybe this was just, I don't know, maybe this was just batch number 2 got stuck in the fiber box, because that's what it smells like, fiber pills.
Or
That's what it
somebody else would taste it and think that's amazing.
It just smelled
So,
like fiber pills. And maybe it was the
truthfully, you just
bottle
don't
or the
know.
label, or maybe it was the store that you got it at. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just saying it was in the liquid. But that was just to me. Okay, just to me. But please give them a shot, give them a try. And if your experience is the same or different than mine, I sure would like to hear
Yeah,
from you.
we'd
So
like to know.
yeah, please comment. Go to moonshinesafari.com or do hashtag Moonshine Safari, or hit us up on Instagram or any of that fun places, or Twitter, or all that good stuff. And let us know if your experience is the same or different than ours. Also, if you'd like to have a suggestion of something that we haven't featured yet, and you say, hey, I like this kind of stuff, have you tried this, or recipes or something? Hey, we would love to have those. Send those to us.
Yep, we're
we'll
trying
try
to
them
build a
out.
community.
We'll give you a shout out. We'll give you a promotion, and we might even do a little special something. Speaking of special somethings, as we promised, we're talking about, hey, if we can get we need to get our subscribers up like everybody else does, you know, okay? And we're thinking of, once we get our subscribers up to a certain level, we're going to give something away. We're thinking a couple of things. Locally, we're thinking about, we have a business that we know the owner of, and they give out therapeutic massages. These are real therapeutic. This guy's licensed. He's trained. This is therapeutic. This is not
Great
like
job. He does a wonderful job.
this is not like the silly, you know, happy ending crap that you hear about and everybody makes fun of. No, this is the legit kind of stuff. We're thinking that once we get up to, you know, 50 subscribers, maybe we'll give out a 30-minute free massage. Maybe after that, we're thinking about maybe, I don't know, maybe a t-shirt, maybe 150, maybe a hoodie, maybe 200. We give out some gift cards. I don't know what we're going to do, but hey guys, we need your support and we need your interaction. So,
and we're looking at
tell your friends.
Other kinds of merchandise that we think that we might want to, you know, put our logos on. So if anybody has any ideas, we'd like to hear.
Yeah, tell your friends, share if you like. That would be great. Let us know if you share. Let us know if you send someone along our way. If you do, there might be something special for you as well. Hey, I think that's a show.
I think that's it.
Hey, Dina, thanks for showing up today.
Thanks, Josh.
Hey, and thank you so much for coming by and spending your time that you're never going to get back now, because you just listened to this for however long it went. I don't know, because we don't keep a time. We just talk until we get tired of talking. That's what we do.
Are we tired of talking?
It's organic. Well, I'm tired of talking in front of this microphone
There you
at
go.
the moment. So I think I'm going to go grab my guitar and play a little bit. That's what I'm kind of in the mood for. Yeah. But anyway, from Moonshine Safari Studios in beautiful, warm Gilbert, Arizona, we'd like to thank you for stopping by.
Thanks, everyone.
And everybody, remember, shine happens.
Hey y'all, welcome to Moonshine Safari. Hope you enjoyed the podcast. If you did, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to our channel, as well as check the description for information on our social media sites, as well as our Patreon account to help support our adventures in the Moonshine Wilderness.